WheelWOD open. Standing, 18.3. 2 rounds for time. 100 double unders. 20 overhead squats, 100 double unders, 12 ring muscle ups or pull-ups, 100 double unders, 20 alternating dumbbell snatch, 100 double unders, 12 bar muscle ups or chest to bar pull-up, 14-minute cap. Double unders. The standard double under in which the rope passes completely under the feet twice for each jump. The rope must spin forward for the rep to count. Mono ropes are permitted in upper divisions. Single unders. For scaled divisions, this is the standard single under in which the rope passes completely under the feet once for each jump. The rope must spin forward for the rep to count. Mono ropes are permitted. Overhead squat. Lower divisions may use a box to squat. The hip crease must be parallel at the top of the knee and the bottom of the squat. Athlete must choose a box that allows for this depth. The option to not use a box is allowed. The full squat snatch is permitted but not required to start the movement if standard depth is achieved. The barbell must come to full lockout overhead with athlete's hips, knees, arms fully extended and bar directly over the middle of the body. Athlete may not use a rack. Overhead squat with a dumbbell, upper division. The hip crease must be below the top of the knee at the bottom. The full squat snatch is permitted but not required to start the movement and standard depth is achieved. The dumbbell must come to full lockout overhead with the athlete's hips, knees, and arms fully extended, the dumbbell directly over the middle of the body. Ring muscle up, lower division. In the muscle up, the athlete must begin with or pass through the hang below the rings with arms fully extended with or without a false grip. The feet must be off the ground. The heels may not rise above the height of the rings during the kip. The elbows must be fully locked out while in support position above the rings. Kipping the muscle up is acceptable, but swings to rolls support are not permitted. Female lower division will complete a pull-up, not a muscle up. The pull-up, upper men and women and lower women. This is a standard chin over bar pull-up. Dead hang, kipping or butterfly pull-ups are permitted as long as the requirements are met. The arm must be fully extended at the bottom with feet off the ground. Athlete may use a strap or a band in the upper division to replace a limb, but only one point of contact as a replacement is allowed. At the top of the movement, the chin must break the horizontal plane of the bar. Athletes may wrap tape around the bar or use hand protection. Jumping pull-up. For the jumping pull-up, the bar should be at least 6 inches above the top of the athlete's head when he or she is standing tall. The athlete may need to use plates or a box or other stable platforms to decrease the distance between the top of the head and the bar. At the bottom of the movement, the athlete must lower their body so their arms are fully extended. At the top of the movement, the chin must clearly clear the bar. Athletes may tape or use hand protection on the bar. The jumping pull-up is for scaled divisions only. The dumbbell hang snatch. The dumbbell starts with the dumbbell on the same box used for squats, finishing with the dumbbell directly overhead. At the bottom of the movement, both of the dumbbell heads must reach the knees in a hang position. The dumbbell is lifted overhead in one motion. Touch and go is permitted. Athletes must alternate arms after each repetition. Note, opposite hand that is not doing the work may not be in contact with the body during the repetition. Scaled athletes may use a box to touch the dumbbell at the bottom instead of the hang. Lower division only. The upper dumbbell snatch. In the upper division, the snatch starts with the dumbbell on the ground and finishes with the dumbbell directly overhead. At the bottom of the movement, both heads of the dumbbell must touch the ground and the dumbbell must be lifted overhead in one motion. Touch and go is permitted, bouncing the dumbbell is not. Upper athletes must use the same arm for all repetitions. The bar muscle up, for lower men's division only. In the bar muscle up, the athlete must begin or pass through a hang below the bar, with arms fully extended and feet off the ground. Kipping the muscle up is acceptable, but pullovers or rolls to support and glide kips are not permitted. The heels may not rise above the height of the bar during the kip. At the top, the elbows must be fully locked out with the athlete in their support position above the bar and the shoulders over the front of the bar. Athletes must pass through a portion of a dip to lock out over the bar. Chest to bar pull-up, for upper men and women and lower women. This is a standard chest to bar pull-up. Dead hang, kipping, or butterfly pull-ups are allowed as long as the requirements are met. The arms must be fully extended at the bottom with the feet off the ground. Athlete may use a strap or a band to replace the limb in the upper division, but only one point of contact as a replacement can be used. At the top of the rep, the chest must clearly come in contact with the bar below the collarbone. Athletes may tape the bar and wear hand protection. Ring row. Rings will be pre-adjusted so the bottom of the ring is 40 inches from the floor. A piece of tape will be put on the floor directly below the rings. The athlete will begin with the back of their heels on the far side of the rings, furthest away from the hands. During the ring row, the athlete is in a proper position. The feet are planted, the back of the heels be on the far side of the tape, and the body is in a straight line, ankle to neck. Arms must be fully extended at the bottom. Without kipping or losing rigid body position, the athlete will pull their chest towards the rings. The rep is complete when the rings break the plane of the chest. Major neuro scale division only. Plate jumps could be subbed for single under. Athletes will use a plate or a platform wide enough for both feet to stand on top. Athlete will use a platform of 2 inches in height. Athlete will 2-foot jump on and off the plate. Rep will be counted at the top of the plate. Please refer to the written standards. Reps will change per division, per class. RX and scaled are not always at the same rep or movement. In this workout, men and women are doing different movements in the RX divisions. As always, please submit scores to competitioncorner.net and refer to the written standards. The video is just a visual enhancement. All written standards are at competitioncorner.net.